Hi guys, this is Pranshu. So let's try to grab the WPA handshake that is exchanged between a client and an access point. We will then use an offline brute force attack to crack the password for the purpose of wireless penetration testing. First, we notice the wireless interfaces available on our machine. So in my case, I have this wireless interface right here that is in managed mode right now and is not associated with any access points at the moment. We can look at some other details using ifconfig. So the first thing we need to do is bring this wireless interface in monitor mode for the purpose of packet capture. So we do that using the AirCrack suite of tools. AirMon allows us to start a monitor mode on this interface. So if you check the wireless interfaces again, you will see that this wireless interface is in monitor mode. We can now grab packets in our vicinity on this interface. So this process is known as channel hopping, and it will hop multiple channels to try to find all access points in your vicinity no matter what channel they're on. So let's say we are interested in this access point right here. Now that we've noticed it over here, we can stop the packet capture process momentarily. Also notice that these access points are broadcasting what are known as beacons to announce their presence, and the stations that are listed over here are associated with the access points. These stations are also known as clients of the access point. So now that we know the channel that the access point that we're interested in is operating on, we can fix arrow dump on to listen on that channel and write the packet capture to a file that, let's say, is called capture. And we can also filter the display to only show data that is relevant to this access point we're interested in. And then in the end, we specify the interface. So now it is fixed on channel 2. It has stopped channel hopping, and it is only showing us data that is relevant to this access point that we are trying to crack. So this is the access point, and this is a client or a station that is associated with the access point or is connected to the access point at the moment. Our purpose is to knock this station or any other station that is connected to this access point off the network, to knock it off the network, so that when it tries to re-authenticate, we can capture what is known as the four-way handshake. We can then perform an offline dictionary attack or a brute force attack on the four-way handshake to reveal the password. So to knock the client off the network, we use something known as AirPlay and send deauthentication packets at an unlimited rate. 0 means unlimited, towards this particular access point. And if you don't specify any clients, it is going to broadcast authentication packets towards all clients on the network. Otherwise, it is going to target a particular client. In my case, I want to target this client right here, try to knock it off the network. And then we specified the wireless interface. So now we're sending deauthentication packets towards this client, and now we wait and see if it gets knocked off the network. This will take a while depending on how far you are from the access point and the client. You have to wait for the WPA handshake to show up. Alright, so there we have the WPA handshake. We were able to knock the client off the network, and when it tried to re-authenticate, we captured the WPA handshake. Now we can go ahead and stop this packet capture process because we got what we needed, which is this handshake right here. So the files created in this process is the most important file is the capture file, the .cap file. If you want to, if you wish to view the contents of the capture file, you would have to open it in Wireshark. And Wireshark is a network protocol analyzer, by the way. So these are the different packets that were captured during this process. And if you want to zero in on the handshake, you want to go ahead and insert this filter, which filters all traffic based on the extensible authentication protocol over LAN, or EAPOL for short. So message 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and 4 of 4. So that's the four-way handshake that we were interested in. And now that we have this, we can go ahead and launch a brute force attack or a dictionary attack over this capture file. In order to do that, first let's stop monitoring on that wireless interface. So this stops, this puts the wireless interface back in managed mode. And now we go ahead and use aircrack ng to try to crack the password. So you have to provide the capture file, which comes from here, and you have to provide a word list or a dictionary list that is going to have the possible combinations to try, or the possible passwords. So in Kali, I have a default dictionary available at this location. And this is a really simple dictionary, but we will try it anyway and see if it can find the passphrase. Alright, so there we go. The passphrase was community for this wireless access point. And we were able to find this passphrase in the dictionary because it's a really simple word, and even though I selected a small dictionary, I was still able to find it. The success depends upon how complicated the passphrase is and how extensive and comprehensive the dictionary that you're using is. In my next video, I will show you how to crack a WPA password for an access point when the passphrase is really complicated, long, and something that is not ordinarily found in a dictionary.
What was it?